6th Light Infantry. The 6th Infantry Division, which had a long history in the Pacific during World War II, was reactivated in the 1980s as a specialized light division. Based in Alaska, it was organized as a light infantry division for rapid deployment, and its primary mission was the security of strategically critical sites throughout Alaska and the Aleutian Islands. It was smaller, more mobile, and had less heavy equipment than a standard infantry division. In 2022, the Army reactivated the 11th Airborne Division in Alaska by redesignating U.S. Army Alaska and reflagging 2 Alaska-based brigades into the 11th Airborne Division. 7th Light Infantry. The modern 7th Infantry Division is unique. While it has a storied combat history, today it is a non-deployable headquarters. Its mission is administrative and supervisory. Based at Joint Base Lewis McChord, it oversees the training and readiness of several major active duty brigades. However, in the 1980s, it was reactivated as one of the Army's first light infantry divisions. It was a high readiness force designed for rapid deployment to low-intensity conflicts and played a pivotal role in Operation Just Cause in Panama in 1989. 9th Motorized Infantry. The 9th Infantry Division had a long history, but its most unique phase was in the 1980s when it was designated as the High Technology Motorized Division. It became the Army's primary testbed for new, experimental doctrines and equipment. The goal was to create a new type of rapidly deployable, hard-hitting force that was heavier than light infantry, but more mobile than a mechanized division. It tested new concepts like fast attack vehicles and integrated sensor networks before its inactivation. 25th Light Infantry. The 25th Infantry Division, nicknamed Tropic Lightning, has a long history as a Pacific-based infantry division and completed its conversion to light design in the mid-1980s. Based in Hawaii, the division has long been associated with the Pacific, although its combat and contingency history also includes Korea, Vietnam, Haiti, Iraq, and Afghanistan. During the Cold War, it was formally designated as a light infantry division, specializing in jungle warfare and rapid deployment across the vast distances of the Pacific. While it has since been reorganized, it remains one of the Army's premier light infantry formations, ready for a fight in the world's most demanding environments. 29th Light Infantry. The famous Blue and Gray Division of the Army National Guard also transitioned to a light infantry division role during the post-Vietnam and Cold War eras. As a light division, its mission was to be a more rapidly deployable strategic reserve, able to respond to crises more quickly than a heavy mechanized division. Today, the 29th remains a key part of the National Guard, but the light designation has been dropped as the Army has restructured its formations. 82nd Airborne. While not a specialized division in the same vein as the others, the 82nd is a unique type of light infantry. It is the Army's primary airborne forced entry force. Headquartered at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, its mission is to be ready to conduct a mass tactical parachute assault anywhere in the world on extremely short notice. It is a strategic asset designed to seize a hostile airfield and create a gateway for heavier follow-on forces. Its unmatched readiness and global response posture make it one of the Army's most important tools for immediate power projection and crisis intervention. 101st Airborne. While it retains the Airborne name from its legendary World War II parachute legacy, the 101st today is the world's only air assault division. Headquartered at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, the division's primary combat insertion method is by helicopter rather than parachute. Instead, their unique specialty is conducting massive, large-scale helicopter-borne assaults. Using the Army's vast fleet of Black Hawk and Chinook helicopters, its soldiers are trained to rapidly move across the battlefield, bypassing enemy defenses to strike deep behind enemy lines. 11th Air Assault. This was a short-lived but highly influential experimental division. Activated in the 1960s during the Vietnam War, the 11th Air Assault Division was a test bed for the Army's revolutionary airmobile concept, using helicopters to move troops, artillery, and supplies around the battlefield. Its groundbreaking tactics and tests proved so successful that the division was inactivated, and its personnel and equipment were immediately used to reform the 1st Cavalry Division into the Army's 1st Airmobile Division for deployment to Vietnam. 1st Cavalry. Following the successful tests of the 11th Air Assault Division, the Army reorganized the 1st Cavalry Division as an airmobile division before its deployment to Vietnam. It pioneered the large-scale use of helicopter-borne infantry in combat, fundamentally changing the nature of land warfare. Though it is a heavy armored division today, its time as the airmobile first team in Vietnam made it one of the most iconic units in Army history. Its Vietnam-era transformation into the Army's first true airmobile division cemented its legacy as a symbol of tactical innovation and rapid battlefield mobility. 10th Mountain. The 10th Mountain Division is the Army's premier light infantry division, specializing in combat in rugged, mountainous terrain and harsh weather. It was forged in World War II, where its soldiers, many of them experienced skiers and mountaineers, were specifically recruited and trained for mountain warfare. They famously broke the German Gothic line in the mountains of Italy. Today, based at Fort Drum, New York, the 10th remains a highly mobile, rapid deployment force that is one of the most frequently deployed divisions in the U.S. Army. 11th Airborne. The 11th Airborne Division was reactivated in 2022 as the Army's Alaska-based division focused on Arctic warfare and expeditionary operations in the Indo-Pacific. Headquartered in Alaska, it carries forward a historic airborne lineage while serving as the Army's premier formation for cold weather and Arctic operations. In a modern sense, it fills much of the specialized regional role once associated with the old 6th Infantry Division. Its reactivation reflects the Army's renewed emphasis on Arctic readiness, strategic deterrence, and high-end operations in extreme environments. Thanks for watching. Which of these specialized Army divisions do you find the most interesting or influential? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out the shop link in the description to support the channel.